It is time for Vanguard 175.
Ren versus Kai again.
Sort of.
Maybe.
Not really all that much, but it is there.
So anyway, let's get right into it.
I guess we'll start with the first thing that happens. Emmy is fighting Mai in the Cardfight capital, and she's using her duos because, you know, gotta make sure people know that those things exist.
We're not gonna do a full episode on the duos. Let's just have her shove it in your face.
And so there's one card, but then Sin's like, "That's pretty. You're pretty cool at a good deck or something like that." I forget what it was, but long story short, she said that she liked the cards because they were pretty, and Shin says that's an interesting way to choose your cards. Bai says, "Is that a bad thing?" And then he's like, "Not at all." Because in the world of Vanguard, you gotta choose cards that you like, and in all honesty, that's really all you have to do because most of the games end up being similar anyway, with the exception of certain decks. But that's besides the point altogether.
Yes.
Then he asks Emmy who taught her how to play, and she tries to remember who did, and the only thing she can think of is her mom, because, you know, she's not in her memories. Although that isn't how it actually went down either, because the one who actually taught her how to play was Shin and Misaki. When Misaki was going through her, you know, crisis about her dead parents, and that was also when Emmy had her first chance to play the game.
Yep.
And they were, if I recall, she was using think tanks while Misaki was using grapplers. So, that beginning was not only pointless, it also strikes a bit of a continuity error. Even though I know Emmy got into the game because Aichi was interested, she didn't learn how to play because of him.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yeah, anyway.
We literally jump cut into the fight.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, first we jump cut to the Knights.
Right, I forgot they were talking about stuff, because they said basically the same stuff they said last time.
They're all in the same room
Except for they're all in the same room at the same time talking.
That and they're like, do you think they can get in here? Nah, they can't in here. And we're just like, where are you?
That's when it jumps cuts, because they're like, there's no way they can get over here. I don't know where here is. It looks like space, but anyway, no time for that. Time for middle of Ren and Kai's fight. Like, you don't even see the actual start.
It kind of speeds through the start.
Yep, because after they attack and Kai and Ren have some banter, Kai immediately rides up to grade 3.
Yep. And Ren starts calling Kai out for being compassionate. He's like, you pull these people into this stuff. And it's like...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it is true. And then we get Abyss's skill. The Mordred Phantom Abyss. Revenger Abyss. Whatever. We get a skill. He retires 3, stands again, and it seems like he stands at 25 unless he didn't use his booster the first time. Because I remember a big 25 flashed on the screen. So, that's pretty cool. So, then they're about to keep fighting. Ren keeps just kind of batting at Kai.
Kai's justice isn't as strong as his justice. Or is not the same as his justice, I should say, not as strong. It's just they have different justices. Of course, I say that, and I'm like, well, last time I recall, your justice was, I'm not going to tell anyone about this plot to take over the world through mind control, even though I was told that it was going to happen. I'm just going to let people figure it out for themselves while I kind of make my own plans. He's also the one whose whole idea of justice is he's going to mentally torture a woman based on her feelings towards him to make her stronger at a card game. Yeah, his justice is shit.
Yeah, I bet this whole entire him not telling... I bet he also knows what's going on completely and is not telling people, and they just cut out that subplot.
Well, I'm certain he knows. I mean, heck, at the end, he kind of implies that he does by giving them a place to go to.
Yep.
At the end. So, I know he knows. We all know he knows by now. He's terrible at keeping secrets.
Can we just agree Ren's terrible? He's terrible, but you love him.
Yeah.
So Ren keeps goading at Kai, and Kai's just like, yeah, you're right. And then Naoki's like, nope!
No, we're here because we want to be.
Yeah, so Naoki's just like, shut the fuck up.
Not for those words, but yes.
Yeah.
It basically is like, you're wrong. We here because we want to find Aichi too. Aichi's our mate, etc., etc.
Yep. And Miwa even says, like, yeah, Kai didn't want us to even come with. We just came on our own volition.
Yeah, they're kind of hard to get rid of.
Yeah. So then, oh yeah, Kai's using Margle.
Well, I feel like I know he was before, but it's still funny to see Margle show up again because it feels like it's been forever.
Yep.
Like, since it was just a regular card that was used.
So, Kai, with his newfound faith in his friends and himself,
says that, yeah, he can be pushy, but it's his pushiness that makes him
likable.
Makes him strong and helps him push himself to find what he's looking for.
Determination! So then he stands again and beats Ren.
And Ren's like, "Oh, you beat me. You are sure a pushy guy." And that's when he did his little speech that I just told you about. And he's like, "Well, I can't tell you about about where anything is. I can't, because I don't actually know why. He just says he can't do it."
But here's a picture of Stonehenge on an iPad.
Yep. This will probably help you. And it's like, oh, well, thank you. And he just kind of leaves.
Yeah, and then Misaki and Kamui show up and they're like, were you going to leave without us? And he's like, no, I want to never leave without you because you're my mates.
And the best part is when Ren's looking out the window and having a little jealousy pout.
You know those pictures of the people who do the cicada pose? He's kind of doing that to the window.
He's like, notice me, Kai-senpai.
Yeah, please notice me. And then he's like, I want to come with, but for some reason he can't. It's like, really, I think Tetsuo can, like...
Tetsuo?
Tetsu.
Who are you talking about? You talking about Tetsu?
Yeah, Tetsu. Blech, I've been watching...
Tetsuya, they're two different people.
I know, I can't even...
They don't even act the same. Not even close.
I know, I just... Too much buddy fight. It's rotted my brain. Anyway, so yeah, Tetsu...
Oh, make sure to get a copy of the Tetsuya card when Booster 3 or whatever he's in shows up. That way you can always see it.
But anyway, I'm pretty sure he could run the company on his own. He doesn't really need Ren there.
Well, we know he can. Yeah. He said in the Link Joker arc that Ren doesn't do anything, and Tetsu does all the work.
Ren, just go with them. Just go on adventures. You can have fun. I imagine that, like, maybe it's just, like, Tetsu doesn't want him to go off on his own because he knows he'll just cause trouble.
I believe it.
Go to your room, Ren. And then, Ren just yells to Asuka, make me something to eat! Go make me a sandwich!
Alright, God, there's not a whole lot that happened in the episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of nothing. And then it ends with Sarah saying, like, they will find this place.
They will find this place.
Nave?
Isn't that right, Nave? I thought it was Gaillard. Because Sarah was talking to Gaillard.
Yeah, like maybe it was Gaillard. Either way, he says to someone, and then the episode ends, and we're just like, what does that even mean?
I don't know, just keep on taunting us with these. We don't know anything yet. But at the end, for the next episode, they do mention the place where Aichi will return. So, I guess Aichi's returning.
And it seems that Gaillard will be fighting Naoki if it isn't rusing us.
Who knows? All I know is opinions of the episode go.
It was okay.
I liked it enough.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't as good as the last couple.
Yeah.
We found some stuff out, but it's like it promised us Ren versus Kai, but we lost like about 6 minutes or so to Emmy's weird ass derp face. Like, I don't know if you can see that there or not, but yeah, it's something wrong with that eye. And then another few minutes was devoted to the Knights talking about how they beat those guys and they're totally not going to lose to them.
Defeat flag raised.
Yeah, and then we just cut back we got to Ren and Kai and the fight's already almost over.
Yeah, usually when Ren and Kai fight, it's this big epic thing with tons of explosions and that reused fire effect.
That's why if people were really hoping to see Kai and Ren fight again because it's usually really fun to watch them fight because they really get into it. and they spaghetti all over the place. This one is really tame in comparison.
Yeah, sadly, Ren the entire fight was not orgasming.
Well, it's not even that. He was only he was just talking crap about Kai, and Kai was like, yeah.
Kai's so down on himself.
It was very,
You just want to pet him.
It was just very one-sided, and not the fight, the character moments.
Yeah. Ren's just like, you suck, and Kai's like, I know, I'm sorry, please forgive me.
I don't know, it was okay. It just felt like...
Kai, stop being me.
You know, it felt like we needed more. We didn't need Emmy here. Like, the only thing I could think of is that somehow Naichi returns, somehow it'll cause everyone's memories to flood back, and it's only there to say, oh crap, how did I forget about my own brother, or something like that.
Emmy has this moment of self-doubt where she's just so mad that she forgot about her brother and thinks she's a terrible person.
And if that doesn't happen, that means there was no reason for this to be here, except for to say, wait, why is Emmy not part of the team? And it's because she's stupid.
She's useless.
I don't even know. If that's... There's no reason.
All the Emmy fanboys are so mad that she's not part of the team.
I'm mad that she's not part of the team because she has one of the best win rates in the show so far. She only lost against, like, I think 2 people.
Yeah. She's a massive snack.
And one of them was during her first training session on how to play the game. Can't even count that, I don't think.
It's like... Why aren't you bringing it? And I know they already said, like, oh, to protect her, but it's like... Emmy's already shown she can take on alien invaders.
Like, I get they don't want little kids to get beat up, but then Kamui got beat up, and he's the same age as her.
Oh, yeah, they are the same
So
age.
it's like, that's not really an excuse.
Girls aren't allowed to fight. Misaki's just an exception.
Only allowed to fight if it's other girls, you see. That's why Nave, for no reason, said, I'm not going to fight you.
And once again, confirming that Miwa is a woman.
Also, Miwa sucks.
Women only allowed to fight other women, or men who suck.
I don't want him to suck either. I want him to be more important, but what has he done? Ever.
Lost, not related important information.
Like,
didn't say that he had red eyes and purple hair.
Like the last 3 seasons, I mean, what has he really done?
Beat Shingo.
Yeah, he beat Shingo and got reversed and beat guys who got beat off screen or in a montage.
June's so useless.
God, that depressed me so much. I was hoping we'd get Zeal reversed. But unfortunately, that's just how Bushiroad acts. They only sometimes cater to fans. That's why we have that grade 3 campaign thing. But most likely it'll only be maybe 4 or 5 different things. Because I think a good chunk of clans already have their legions in general.
Yeah. I know it said that every clan is supposed to get a legion except for Invaders.
A new legion or just in general?
I think
legion.
It was in general.
If it's in general, then we already see a few, and we know we're gonna get more as the story goes. If not, it's like, okay, everyone will get one, fair enough. But my point is, we didn't get a reverse Spike Brother unit, even though one of the characters they spent an episode on in the beginning of Link Joker, got reversed. They didn't even show him fight, as far as I remember.
Nope, they didn't.
But even though that would have been cool to have that end Dragger reverse and make your opponent cry.
Dudley Emperor reverse!
Even that would have been fun. Even
Block 1, counterblast 1.
Yeah. Whatever the case is, those would have been cool, but nope, don't get that. June using his, monsters, his kaiju stuff. It would have been cool to see Zeo reverse. In fact, that would have been amazing. 2 invaders combined as one.
Oh god, it'd just be this giant blobbing mass with bits of, Link Joker armor sticking out of it.
That would have been awesome. They baited us with that, and then they're like, no, you don't get to have it. And I'm like, seriously, just give us that stuff.
I want Chaos Breaker to fuse with Zeal.
That would be cool, but I don't think that particular thing would ever happen.
Only in my dreams.
I lost focus of where we are going. Because
We were talking about Emmy and Miwa sucking.
Right. Yeah, they do. I wish they didn't, but there you go.
I want seal dragons to come back.
They are, most likely.
Yeah.
Like, we know that they're getting the Kagero Legion's coming in 17. I have to assume it's seal dragons because that's what Miwa plays now. What else would it be?
And then suddenly Overlord Legion.
That would be funny, but I don't think that's going to happen until Kai makes Blaster Blade Draconic Overlord Legion, so I can write it in my fanfiction.
And then Blaster Blade rode on Overlord's back into the sunset.
Yes. Oh, jeez, I guess that really is it. Like...
This episode was so easy to talk about. I had trouble filling up a page.
Yeah, it's so weird that it's so short. But anyway, I guess we should talk about other things then that are going to happen. Let's see.
We already talked about CEO and her Legion.
Mm-hmm. I'm probably talking about what things are going to be looked at this week. Probably put up a few more fights, probably buddy fights and card fights. If we're lucky, we can even get into doing more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff sooner or later.
Yep.
Because we're getting closer to pendulums coming out into the TCG.
And I finally found a deck I think I like. That's been my biggest problem with Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that since I know very little about the game and its cards, it's really hard for me to find something I like.
So I gave her a crash course in how it all works.
Yep. I like Archfiends.
Yep, there you go. I've got all sorts of things I want to do. I've occasionally paid attention here and there, but I haven't gone as far as to actually building any decks or collecting as many cards in the last year or two.
Yeah, mostly because your favorite deck has been hard to get a lot of stuff.
Yeah, for no reason. Like, as far as I even see, that not even that many people play Noble Knights. Like, I mean, they do. There are people who do, but it's not nearly as big as, like, well, Archfiends, Boojins, etc.
I don't know what's meta right now.
Oh, there's a lot of things actually I'm meta because there's so many different decks you can build in Yu-Gi-Oh! They actually have enough room to have like 6 or 7 decks be primarily used at a time.
So it isn't the big deck, other big deck, and then the counter anymore?
Luckily, yeah, like no, that stopped probably around the turn of the year.
Oh, that's good. I think like Pendulums also is going to help open that up.
Oh yeah, freaking! You saw the deck that is based around Apex Avian with the 93% win rate. It's like, dude, that's a pretty good ratio for a deck that doesn't actually have a theme other than get Avian onto the field with Pendulum Summon.
I can't wait for that to come out because I'm excited for that, especially since that means I can summon all the 6s I want.
I haven't rechecked rules yet, so I don't know if Japan's new rules are or have already taken effect here yet. You know, like separate field zones, no draw on first turn for, player 1. First
Mystical
turn.
Space Typhoon. Mystical Space Typhoon is at 3, though. That's kind of exciting.
Okay. But anyway, my point is different rules have come in because, like I mentioned before, rule change is not a bad thing. And, it seems to be doing better because of it. There's actually a selection now. And I'm always for that. And the ban list, like a year or so ago, converting into a 3-month thing instead of a 6-month thing means that they get to have their 3 months where they get to still advertise new stuff that came out, and then when the new list comes over, they can get rid of it if it was too good, so we don't have to worry about it if they didn't plan for it being as good as it was.
Yep.
And it's even better because now we're even seeing a bunch of older cards come off the list off and on. Something I've been waiting for a while. I don't know if it's still a thing, but Magician of Faith was off that list for at least a while. If it's not still, I haven't looked at the list in a while. But yeah, no one thought that was ever going to happen. That thing's been on the list for like 6 years or 7 years. So yeah, might get some more Yu-Gi-Oh talk in there. Might do some profiles for Yu-Gi-Oh decks too. But most likely through the help with Dual Network because it's so much easier to just show off the stuff and do it there.
Yes.
But we'll see. Lots of things to do from that because I We haven't been in it in a while.
Yeah, so we've decided to start looking back into it more because things are looking up for Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot.
Yep, that's true. Let's see. Was there anything else? Well, Smash Bros. Will probably be hitting in a few months, at least on the 3DS. They said summer. Summer only goes until technically only goes until like early September.
Yeah.
So if it's any later than that, then that means, man, they lied. It wasn't summer. It was fall. There is a difference.
Ike got re-announced.
Yeah, they did get announced, and he's got new armor.
I had one friend who had the best reaction that he is a professional level player, and he mains Ike, and he was so sad he was gone, and he was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I texted him that Ike was back, and he was like, oh, is there a trailer for me to drool over? And I was like, no, but there's pictures, he's got new armor. And he's like, excuse me, I need to go masturbate for the next week. Don't text me. Thank you.
Yeah, oh god, I forgot the name of what's his face from more recent Fire Emblem games, but I guess that'll make those guys pretty unhappy. People who really wanted the new guy.
Yeah.
There's not as good of a chance that he'll be here.
I don't know.
Like, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it. Chances are lower now than they were before.
Yep. We like Ike.
We like Ike. We like Ike. And then we wait for, actually soon even, news for more Ruby and Sapphire stuff.
Woo!
Because I remember...
hopefully actually news this time.
Hopefully. Because I remember something saying from the Koro next month's issue would actually give us news.
That's exciting.
So I think it's like a couple weeks away.
Screenshots, maybe information if contests are coming back and they're not going to be jank.
Dude, I'd love contests to actually matter.
Yeah, I would like them to actually matter. I'd like the system. Like, I remember when I played 3rd Gen, the contest system, I really liked it. I just felt that it needed a little bit more improvement, and it would have been good. And then I got excited to see them again in Gen 4, and they were terrible.
Awful.
And it made me so sad, because I loved contests. That was fun. That feeling when you filled your entire museum gallery.
As long as I give them a street pass feature with the secret bases, I don't care.
Oh my god, so good.
Especially if they do the experience thing. That means you'll always have people to beat up.
Yep.
Unless
you know that you and me would just set up a bunch of different bases where it's just like, okay, this is the one for attack, this is the one for HP.
And then that one asshole actually goes in there with like a fully trained team, and you're just going in there trying to train up things, and you're like, oh god, stop. No, my guys aren't ready for this yet.
I did that once. I forgot that I put a Rayquaza on a team.
That's not what I meant. You know what I meant.
Battle Frontier, though.
God, if that's not in there, I'm going to bust a head or somebody.
They gotta put the Battle Frontier in.
Well, if it's based off of Emerald, they do. If they base it off of Ruby and Sapphire 100%, like what's-his-face more or less said that they were going to do, 100% adaptation, you might not get Battle Frontier, and that makes me sad. But hopefully that was just a slip of words, and he actually means we're getting an Emerald one.
Please. I want to see Butterfly Man and Snake Woman.
Lucy is pretty awesome.
She's adorable.
Well, I guess that's about it then. That's stuff to look forward to. Gosh, summer is going to be an interesting one this time around. Especially because the sneak peek for those extra boosters is this weekend.
It is.
Upcoming weekend.
Yep.
And then the week after that will be a bunch of stuff released. It's crazy. So, till next time, everybody. See ya.